Hello, you wonderful people. So for today's video, I'm going to talk about the teaser trailer that came out for Titans Season 3. If you haven't seen it already, I'll include a link to it in the description down below. But obviously getting our look at Gotham City and everything, because it seems like that's going to be our main setting for this season. They talked about this a bit at DC Fandom last year. But it's interesting because I'm curious, like, what's the main reason for them to come back to Gotham? Why the Titans in particular are coming back? I'm curious, is it because of everything with Jason? Is it because where things kind of left off last season, and plus some trouble he gets mixed up in? Because at one point we see like the bat signal going up, and I was like, does Bruce still suit up? I mean, it seems like Jason might just kind of be off doing his own thing. I don't know if that's him like responding to the bat signal, or is that just him just doing his own thing because he's tired of Bruce, he's tired of the Titans, he's just going to be on his own. I don't know. Because the way Jason was talking about it in Season 1, it's like, oh yeah, I get to suit up and go with Batman. So it seems like Bruce is still doing the Batman thing. He hasn't like retired it or anything. So that's why I'm also curious, are we going to see Bruce kind of suit up this season round? Maybe, maybe not. That's kind of interesting to think about. But what really surprised me about the trailer, it seems like we're getting Joker this season, just because of like, well, because Joker's popped up in the whole Trigon fake nightmare that he had Dick trapped in at the end of Season 1, but that's about it. But obviously there's like Jason comes across a body and someone with like a very distorted large smile. I'm like, oh, because I knew like we were getting Scarecrow this season, not unless Scarecrow got a hold of like Joker's like laughing gas or something. But like we even hear the laugh and it makes me I mean, not unless that's Scarecrow, but it sounded like Joker, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like I said, that seems like, you know, Joker's kind of straight up Joker's like MO and style and everything. But regardless, like I said, I'm just curious like what led them back to Gotham, because it seemed like we get most of the Titans. We saw everyone with the exception of Rose. To be fair, it's a teaser trailer, so maybe there's something to that. Maybe it's not. Maybe she just wasn't in the teaser trailer. But what's interesting too is like at one point it looked like it was inside a house that we see the crowbar. So it's like, right, I mean, it was only a matter of time when you introduce Jason Todd. There's only, because obviously they even talked about it at Fandom that this is going to be the Red Hood storyline, which is like, but of course you're going to get to this storyline at some point in time when you include Jason Todd in the story. So it's kind of like that inevitability. It's like, it's a different thing, but it's like including Gwen Stacy in your story. You're like, oh, this can only go one way eventually, you know? So it's kind of that nature of things. But it's so interesting the way Dick talks about Gotham too, because he's like, yeah, basically like almost saying like Gotham has a special breed of criminals, and this is kind of where superheroes go to die type of thing. And it's like, that's so crazy. I mean, obviously like a lot of stuff is out of context. Obviously there's still like the Hulk and Dove thing. I think we're going to be diving into that more this season too, because obviously like where they left things off at the end of Season 2, like, oh, we're Hulk and Dove, but like where outside of being superheroes, where they stand as a couple, or rather where they don't stand as a couple, that's going to be a thing as well. But once again, it's just a teaser trailer, so it doesn't give us much, but it just kind of does a good job of setting up the tone. It just feels like this feels like it could be the darkest season. I mean, it's Gotham, so that kind of comes as no surprise, but I think that's so fascinating. Obviously, these are just some of my thoughts, some of the stuff going through my mind based on what we saw in the teaser trailer, what we know from DC Fandom. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What are some things you want to see from the season? What are some things you expect to see? Let me know. But really, that's all I'm going to talk about. Until the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day and goodbye.